Hello everyone and welcome to a new stream. This will be Dishonored 2 opening video. So this will be the very first of its kind. I do not have any other Dishonored games posted on my channel yet, so this is the very first video of Dishonored on the whole series on my channel. Okay, so we'll do that, yeah. And let's see, campaign. Okay, so as you can see, I can't load it, it can't continue. I have to start a brand new game, which is fine. And we will do that momentarily. But, yeah, so this will be the first Dishonored game on my channel. And we're going to do a start to finish, and we thank you guys for tuning in. We'll mute the mic for the cutscenes and stuff, so we'll be starting a new game. And you see, new game. Alright. And, because I just want to do a run through of the game, which you might come back and do another difficulty later, well, you know what, we'll just do medium. So in that way, I make it too easy. But, yeah. Because I'm familiar with first-person action games, so we'll do medium. But, here we go. You want to start the tutorial? Sure. We'll do the tutorial for the people who have never seen Dishonored before. Okay, Dunwall, 1837 to 1852. As Emily Caldwin, ruler of the Empire of the Isles, you have numerous enemies. Your father is Lord Corvo, infamous royal protector and spy master. In the years since you took the throne, Corvo has spent many hours training you in the arts of stealth and combat. Alright, so I guess that's what we're going to be doing, training.
I remember training with my father in the years after the rat plague. Someday, he said, our enemies will come for you.
And I also forgot to mention, if you have not beaten the first one, which I have, then you would want to start with the first one because this is storyline based. I've never played through the second one, so I will earn trophies along the way, but I have played it a little bit before and deleted the save data, so we're gonna, like I said, we're starting from a brand new game. Let's see here. Audio. Okay, subtitles. All dialogue. Alright, and there you go. So, let's see. Come on. Yes, I want to apply the settings. Really? Yes, I want to apply the settings. Okay. Alright. So if you've never played Dishonored before, make sure you go play the first one and beat that one. And then that way you know what's going on. Start of this one. And this will be the very first stream on my channel. But I have beaten the first one, so just never streamed it yet. Maybe eventually I'll stream it for you guys, so that way you can see it if I ever get around to it.
Alright, Majesty. Let's see what you can do.
Easy as cake.
Time to sprint, vault the obstacle, then slide under.
I need to sprint, vault over the obstacle, and then slide under the door.
Hurry!
Almost. Never doubted I could make that.
Got that one. It took me a few tries, but yeah, got it though. Okay, climb up on the obstacle. Got it.
What's next?
Learning how to swim and stuff early on, that's good. So that way later you're not wondering how that happened. Okay. Climb the chain. What the hell? Stop going down. Really? Stop going down.
I would spend every day running and jumping. Not test my agility.
Come to me. Well, let's see how quiet you are, young lady.
Alright, stealth trainer. Press O to toggle stealth mode. Crouching and walking silently. Your visibility in stealth mode is greatly reduced. Stay behind cover and out of sight to avoid being detected. Enemies are slower to detect you in stealth mode, especially when you are farther away from them, above them, or at the edge of the peripheral vision. In shadow, through this matters more at a distance. Stealth mode enables you to take cover under desk or tables as well. To lure enemies away, distract them by throwing an object such as a bottle or setting an alarm on an alarm clock. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. They didn't have that one in the first one. An alarm clock.
Father's always on about the value of quiet feet.
Alright, awareness. When enemies begin to detect you, an awareness meter is displayed overhead, gradually filling up. A full white meter means an enemy will search for you. A full red meter means you have been detected. Oh, that's great.
Again, without letting me see you.
Okay.
Damn, you too much noise.
I don't think it said I made too much noise. I didn't. Thought it was going to be somebody else other than the Corvo.
Behind the enemy, catch them by surprise, choke them unconscious. Quietly and apply a chokehold. Most people won't notice you if you're above them, over your head.
How the fuck am I supposed to? I can't, like.
Again, without letting me see you.
I mean, the only way I can do it is I gotta rush up on them.
Gotta be more careful.
Like.
Not sneaky enough for me.
Okay. I mean,
Got spotted.
there you go. Got him.
That's my girl. Let's see how quiet you are, young lady.
This is something at all.
Okay. Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. Steal the key, open the door. Okay.
Sneaky, Your Majesty. Very sneaky. sneaky.
Give it time, and then we will notice you, even if you're at the edge of their peripheral vision.
Why fight when you can slip past?
Okay. Crossbow training. Ooh, this should be fun.
Remember, intentionally wake up everyone in the building. Your crossbow is quiet.
Okay, that's good. Okay, can't carry no more ammo. At least I filled up with ammo, so that's good. Kill them all the rats. Get a few more arrows before we take off here. Okay.
Time for some more weapons and combat training. Let's beat each other up, shall we?
Should be fun.
Yes. You hit hard. That's my daughter. When someone swings a sword at you, block. Good. Well done. Block with your blade. Very good. You've got a natural instinct for fighting. If you time your block right, you'll throw an enemy off balance. Here, quick. Come on. Smart move. Come on. That'd stop even the most black-hearted killer. You can choke an enemy out, even in combat. When an enemy is off balance, you can land a lethal counterattack. While they're off balance, deliver a fatal blow. When someone swings a sword at you, block. Feel better knowing you can take care of yourself. When trouble does finally come, you're ready to fight.
Alright, so it looks like the tutorial is complete, and as you can see it says 1 next to it, a long day in Dunwall. Today marks the anniversary of the death of Empress Jessamine Caldwin, assassinated 15 years ago. Visitors across the Empire of the Isles have journeyed to Dunwall Tower for the occasion. Okay.
Why do we celebrate the anniversary of an assassination? 15 years ago, in the middle of a plague that nearly destroyed Dunwall, a paid killer assaulted the palace where I was born and stabbed my mother in the heart. In the aftermath, the men who sent the assassin tried to use me as a pawn in a game of power. They would have succeeded, but my father, Corvo, hunted them down and cut their conspiracy to pieces. All these years later, am I the ruler my mother wanted me to be? Now, we face a new crisis. A monster the papers are calling the Crown Killer has been picking off my enemies and dressing it up like my father and I are responsible. I don't know whether to get on a ship and sail to the opposite side of the world, or to have everyone around me executed.
Watch your step, Majesty.
I'm not looking forward to all the ceremony today.
Your signet ring. There. You're ready.
Thank you, Alexei. Open the doors.
All hail Her Imperial Majesty, Emily Kaldwin.
Loyal subjects, we're going through a difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Kaldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily.
You look tired, Father.
Every year, I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the Crown Killer, eventually.
People are saying it's you. That these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No. Someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed a law against that combination of titles years ago.
Your Majesty, before we begin the day's observances, we have an unexpected visitor, the Duke of Serkonos.
Ramsey says the Duke is bringing special gifts.
That's intriguing.
His Grace Luca Abel, Duke of Serkonos!
Mechanical soldiers? Amazing.
What is this, Ramsey? I didn't authorize those things.
Your Imperial Majesty and Royal Protector Corvo, a native of our homeland. Serkonos offers condolences on this sorrowful day, and gifts to remind you of our nation, the rising star on the southern horizon.
We thank you, Your Grace.
Save your thanks. For now, I give you the greatest gift of all, family. I present the lost sister of Jessamine Kaldwin, your rightful Empress, Delilah Kaldwin.
Impossible.
My mother had a sister?
My dearest niece, hello.
It's not true.
My father was Emperor Yuhorn Jacob Kaldwin, and Jessamine was my younger sister. At the time of her death, I wasn't ready to make myself known to you, and I was forced to leave Dunwall. But now I'm home.
If you really are my mother's sister, you're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Little sparrow, blackened by bad memories, I'm here to relieve you of your crown. My father's promise, whispered in secret so many years ago, is now fulfilled.
Watch your tongue. Emily Kaldwin is the daughter of Empress Jessamine Kaldwin.
Royal Protector, how naive to think you could get away with these murders. Living in my palace has protected you, but that's over. Hear me, all of you. Your rightful Empress has returned.
All hail the Empress Delilah, first of her name. Arrest Emily Kaldwin and her father for the Crown Killer murder.
What?
Sword can't still my heart.
Alright, so the obvious thing here, you know, if you played the first one, you play as Corvo, so I feel it's right, at least for the first playthrough, to play as Corvo. I might come back later and play the Emily storyline, but for now, play as Corvo is the best thing I can do. But anyway, we'll read both of them. Play as Emily, ruler of the Empire of the Owls, trained in stealth and combat by her father, Corvo. Or play as Corvo, legendary royal protector of the Empress and figure of infamy from the time of the Rat Plague. Alright, so I'll be playing as Corvo in this playthrough.
Cast you in cold marble. Corvo Atano, how handsome you are for a man of your age. And how long had you hidden the mark of the outsider? I expect it's a wonderful story.
I'll lock him in the Empress's chambers, and then I'll bring him to Coldridge Prison until his trial. My father lost it all. Sent me to the City Watch, one step above begging. Think I had to take your orders? Corvo Atano, son of a Zirconan tradesman.
Captain Ramsey, I heard shouting. Lord Corvo, what happened?
I'll be all Captain Mayhew. Oh, so that's the Royal Protector's fancy weapon. What kind of sword folds in half?
Damn, that's brutal.
There's a legend in the City Watch. The Empress's last resort, the safe room inside your daughter's chambers, is holding enough gold to buy an island. And they say this is one of the only two keys.
What happened? Alexei, the throne room, Emily. Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here.
So you got that ring, so you would have got a trophy for that, and then I think after this part, finishing this first chapter or whatever, you get a trophy for that too. Let's see here. Set an alarm, because that's what you're talking about with alarms earlier. Use the typewriter. Letter from advisor, Empress. We face yet another murder. I cannot remain silent on this matter. Strange is it not that all the victims will openly oppose you? If not strange, then also very convenient. Is there anything you wish to tell me, Majesty? Can I be an advisor? If you don't include me in these most sensitive endeavors, I feel I must be the only person in Dunwall who doesn't know the truth about the Crown Killer. And don't leave me out in the cold. I remain your trusted servant and advisor, Lenora Helmswater. Alright, ship launch protocol. Empress, after the Royal Protector Shakedown cruise, will launch the ISS Jessamine Caldwell just before the anniversary of your mother's passing. Pending your approval, of course, on the platform we'll have a bottle of King Street brandy tied to a long tether that you will release to swing out against the hull. What you say during the ceremony is, of course, up to you, but here are some ideas intended to serve as food for thought. May a brisk wind hurry you to shores near, far, and fair. May you shelter your crew from the perils of the terrible ocean. May you always sail for your crystal, true of heart and homeward bound. Yours faithfully, Advisor Wainwright. And of course, you're getting letters, you know, about they think you're the Crown Killer. Schedule for Middle Song's Eve. Empress presented for your approval the schedule for Middle Song's Eve. A morning meal with Tyrion Trade Commission. Presentation from the research vessel. Bob Swift just returned from a newly discovered island chain of Pandy's Saiyan continent. Midday meal with dignitaries from Morley, who will present you with a gift in exchange for your attention to the complaints. Dedication and speech for a new wing in the infirmary home for aged seafarers. Meeting with advisors on the issues of blood flies in the south. Evening meal from Lord Corvo at his request. Eric Plainso, scheduled secretary. Okay, my health isn't even all the way up. There you go, now my health's all the way up. Okay, maybe I might go out that way, I'm not sure. One of those ways.
Maybe I should just spin it. Pick a place to lick my wounds. I've got to regroup. These bastards are working with Ramsay and the Duke of Serkonos.
Okay. I only see one guy. Obviously, the only other way out is to,
I helped Emily get her frog unstuck from this old clock when she was 11. I swear I'll find a way to fix this. To bring her back. Emily always has a way of turning sour. Just as soon as you get comfortable.
okay, so, nope, I gotta go back in. And I gotta go out this other window. I can go out either one of these. Looks like, yep, because they're the same area. Okay, cool. So now they got us out of that room. Alright.
Took away the mark of the outsider. No more sorcery.
Okay, so it says escape the tower. And, obviously, goal here is just,
Lord Protector, I can't believe Ramsay's a traitor.
can't believe it either, girl.
Won't open without my ring.
Alright, so I have to come back up here to unlock it. They don't know where it's at. Okay, got some coins from that one. Very nice. Okay. Alright. Sorry about this, Lexi.
Is Lady Emily all
There's a
right?
coup underway. Emily is... she's imprisoned, for lack of a better word.
You've got to get out of the tower. Maybe through Emily's safe room. There was a captain earlier today, down at the docks, looking for you. Get away and help Emily.
I'm sorry, Captain Mayhew. Goodbye.
At least she was loyal, you know? Okay, audience request. Captain Mayhew, you don't know me, but you've got to tell the Royal Protector that I have urgent need of his time. I'm carrying a message that is to be delivered face to face. Tell him working with Anton Sokolov, an old friend. All the boats are being sent away from the docks without delay as long as I can. Tell Lord Corvo to find me there. My ship is called the Dreadful Whale. Megan Foster. Okay. And now, as you saw, I straight up killed him, so in that way he can't come back later. At first I was just like, okay, why unconscious him at least? But then when they gave me the option to kill him, yeah, I'm gonna kill him. Especially with the did to Emily. Okay. Let's see here.
As we both know, whoever's killing off my detractors is doing so for calculated effect, undermining me. The crown here is being guided by someone. But who? Tomorrow's the anniversary of Mother's death. A sad day for us both. But I want you to remember all that's happened over the last 15 years. You've protected me, and taught me how to protect myself. You've helped me see what was right for the people of the Empire. We drained the flooded district, fought back the gangs, and yesterday we launched a beautiful ship in Mother's name. I'm trying to become the sovereign she wanted me to be. But Father, I wouldn't be here without you.
It's such a sweet, sentimental thing from his daughter.
As we both know, whoever's killing off my detractors is doing so for calculated effect, undermining.
So it was the same audio twice. So that's why I had to stop it that time.
No time for that now.
There's always time for washing your hands. What do you mean? Okay. Okay, good. More money. Alright, nothing in there to get. Okay. I think we checked all the cabinets in here, so moving on. Alright. Might be something in here, who knows? Then you go in every room and check out everything as we go. Wasn't much in there, but there's still, you know, worth checking out at least. Okay. So I picked up a bottle. Well, I dropped it now because it's like, okay, well. Ah, okay. There's the room we just came out of. Okay. No other stuff up here, so time to go downstairs. Is there something up like this part?
What's that noise?
Might have fucked myself over doing that one. Not sure.
See someone there? That's Corvo Atano.
Ooh, decapitated. Goodbye. Oh, there's his head. Thought R1 was the swing, and I totally forgot that it's not. Fucking, it's R2. And, R1 does the block.
Just a minute, you tried one of these out to the lake for our picnic once. Time's long gone now.
Alright, Crown Killer strikes again. Dunwall's citizen has expressed shock and fear as yet another outspoken critic of Empress Emily Kaldwin is met with a violent demise. The latest victim is none other than Ichabod Boyle, notable entrepreneur and supporter of the arts. Boyle recently wrote an opinion piece harshly criticizing the Empress of what he called slipshod style of governance. And her willful neglect of duties. Authorities are convinced the Crown Killer is the culprit, given the gruesome details left at the crime scene. As Her Majesty's most outspoken adversaries fall one by one to the notorious assassin, who boldly asks, is it now the duty of the Royal Protector to murder all who dare criticize the throne? Well, it's not us, so I don't know what you expect, but it's definitely not us. Or maybe it is, who knows? But at this point, it's not us. Okay. So as you can see, I've pretty much gotten everything to this point that I can get. Let's see if there's enemy to the left or right. Okay. More food. More food's always good, you know. Just in case, for combat reasons. But right now, so far so good. Whiskey tumbler. If I can pick up a glass thing with the whiskey would go in and throw that shit and break it. If I really wanted to. Okay, well, there's nothing in here. Alright, so everybody's down.
Throne room blocked off. We should have the time. We can just stay here and stall anyone who comes by. I'll be back when I've searched the royal chambers. So I'm gonna accidentally lock myself in this damn safe room.
We'll cover for you if anyone from the Duke's party returns. This is exciting. Everything's changing.
Yes, the natural order is reasserting itself. The Ramseys once hosted the King and Queen of Morley. Did you know that? I spent my childhood playing with the Buntings and the Boyles, cream of society.
And very soon you'll be back at the top, Captain. Ramsey's family fell from the aristocracy, and apparently the man holds a grudge. How it's anyone else's fault, that's beyond me. But one way or another, Ramsey is too dangerous to be left in play.
Keep your distance, he's dangerous.
You're done.
I'll kill you for that. I'll bring your head to the Duke. For Jalak, I'll be the new royal protector. Emily's
Early retirement, Captain.
Well overdue, sir. Goodbye. Bitch.
stop me from bringing you home, Emily.
And if you're just tuning in, again, this is what happened in the beginning. Everybody came in through that door, and obviously Emily turned to stone.
Animals, no respect. They'll pay for this, but I need to regroup, away from Dunwall.
One moment, viewers, while I take a screenshot of this. That's a pretty cool meaning to it. All right.
Emily, I'll make this right. I promise.
All right, so now we must go back and let's see. This guy was trying to run out right here, little bitch. Anyway, now that I've killed him, I can go back upstairs. I searched everything along the way to the throne room. We killed them and got the ring back. So now can eat some fruit to heal up. Let's see. There's another spot that I had some fruit or whatever. Oh, well, that's fine. We'll take that. Alright, now we're at full health. Cool. So now after doing that, obviously I found this earlier. Alright.
Anton Sokolov made this lock. Emily would fall asleep in here after the plague.
Surprised the guy wasn't smart enough to have the door locked behind him instead of just leaving it open. Okay. Wizards from the raid. Credits to the physical existence of that foreign realm. It is common story. A person who stopped breathing, pinned on their carriage wheels, or some other tragic happenstance, and is thought to be dead. But when the weight is removed, they make a quick recovery. Nonetheless, for a moment or two, this person was lost to us, lost to the world itself. And what did they experience while in the temporary death, darkness, nothingness? No, indeed not. They tell us, as many before have, that they are in a particular place and can describe it vividly. Who among us does that? Does not know the place? Have we not all seen in our dreams this place we share in the farthest reaches of our minds, the realms where nothing makes sense, where one is at once both lost and at home, the void. Okay. And this is part 2. These little glimpses of the void in dreams or to describe those awoken by comas are not limited to select few. In my interviews, I've gleaned that there is not a single citizen without such visions at one time or another. This then must be a real place, not folklore or mass delusion. Perhaps it exists deep below the earth or far beyond, or far above it. Perhaps it is right next to us but hidden. Some trick of the light or wondrous curtain bars us from fully knowing it. We all know, but wait for a natural philosopher to unlock the phenomenon, to show us how to see it all, see at will. But when she revealed it would not be a fearsome place any longer, not the distant and special realm described in the myth of the outsider. It will be strange, yes, even unsettling, but nonetheless it will be a new realm for us to explore and eventually conquer. What new treasures await us there? Are the lakes made of the liquid diamond, the cloud of weightless silver gas, and what things will we learn? Good question. Okay, pistol bullets, that's always good.
This could be handy.
Yes, I'd say so. Elixirs are always handy. Okay, bone charms. Bone charms, sailor's blessing, they say. The carving itself is a practice from long back past from salty dogs to young greenhorns still finding their sea legs. In old times, sailors cut into the tusk of ice seals and into the arm fangs of the bears that roamed the islets north of Tevia. Once the wheeling trade began, the practitioners began engraving the bones of those great beasts, rendering charms that sing in the night and grant some small boon, increasing a lover's vigor or providing defense against pregnancy. Crown Killer. Okay, we already read this earlier.
The Crown Killer is connected to Delilah's coup.
Okay, well, we already read that one earlier, which is why we skipped it just now, if you want to know. Gun case.
Out into the world once more. How many people had forgotten this mask?
Sure, quite a few people have forgotten it by now. Okay.
The reserves won't help against Delilah, even if I had a way to carry it all out of here.
The golden god at least is something to hold us over for now. Yeah, and obviously can't, as he said, can't carry it all at once. So. Okay, Corvo Tano, the Royal Protector in our times. Oh, it says part 2. Where's part 1? Anyway, we'll read this part. In an act of rebelling, young Jessamine Caldwin chose Corvo as her royal protector when Corvo was 19 and she was 12. She served her loyalty as a bodyguard, court, and some say spy. Before and after she was crowned empress, though it was scandalous gossip at the time, said they began a love affair around 1823 when Jessamine was 18 and Corvo 25. The next chapter of Otano's life is like something out of a legend. During the time of the rat plague, when the empress fell, Corvo was accused of regicide and sentenced for execution. He was thrown in the coal bridge previously and publicly revealed. He escaped as part of the small conspiracy dedicated to throwing down the tyrannical Lord Regent. Corvo struck back at the people who killed the empress and who wronged him. As the Lord Regent fell, the loyalist conspiracy turned on Corvo, poisoning him. Surviving through some inner resilience, he located the true assassin of the empress and fought his way out of the flooded district. Corvo eventually cornered the last of the loyalists on King Sparrow Island and Burroughs Lighthouse and rescued Emily Caldwin, heir to the throne. The romantic involvement between Corvo Otano and Empress Jessamine Caldwin was a terribly kept court secret, and thus it was widely held that Emily Caldwin is their daughter. Following the interregnum, Corvo watched over Emily as she began to rule the Empire of the Isles. So if you wanted a rundown of the first Dishonored, that was pretty much it, because all that happened in the first one. And there you go. Read it's ass backwards, but read the first part here. His parents were older at the time of his birth, and his father died in a lumber accident outside the city where Corvo was still young. Around that time, his only sibling and firstborn sister moved away to Morley. Family subsequently lost all contact with her. Only 16, Corvo dazzled the people of Karnica when he entered and won the annual Blade Verbena. Spectators from all over Serkanos were thrilled to see someone so young and striking. From a working-class family advanced through duel after duel, eventually taking the prize. This unexpected outcome secured Corvo a junior officer ranking at the Grand Serkono Guard. As a soldier, he was involved in a number of conflicts against criminal groups, rogue city agents, or states within Serkonos, and pirate bands along the chain of the islands, radicating east from Serkonos, and sent from his homeland at the age of 18 by the Duke of Serkonos. Then Theodosa Bell, father of the Luca Bell, Corvo was assigned to serve the Emperor of the Dunwall at a diplomatic gift. His Sakonan heritage made him a bit of an outsider in Dunwall, but the capital city must have seemed exotic and full of old-world mystery. A few months later, after he left Dunwall, it's recorded that Corvo received word that his mother had passed away several weeks after his departure from Karnica. So that's his backstory for Corvo, if you're interested. Letter from Wyman. Emily, I didn't want to wake you this morning. You'll forgive me since we must have said goodbye 100 times yesterday night. The only chance I get to see you with your hair all whichever way is while you're asleep. As soon as the sun rises, you'll put on your empress face. It makes me happy that I know your real face, the one that laughs at your silly rhymes. Or at our silly rhymes. I don't want to go back to Morley, but I'm needed there. It'll be 4 months before we see each other again. I'll miss you, and yes, I'll bring you some white leaf tobacco for your hookah. Lord Corvo, if you're reading this letter, as per your royal protector functions, know that I am joking and I'm perfectly aware that that the white leaf tobacco is forbidden in Bristol. Take care, my darling Emily. Don't go falling from a rooftop. I love you, Wyman. Sense of humor this kid had, huh?
Samuel Beechworth made this. Wonder what advice he would have about today.
Okay, so pretty much, as you can see, we pretty much ran through everything here. Just, and we already picked up most of the stuff. We read all that. So next thing is getting out of here, and it will save as soon as I open this up, and that'll be the end of this opening stream. Thank you for tuning in to Dishonored 2 opening. We'll have more videos posted later. Go to the Dunwall streets. And as you can see, it says saving, so that'll be the end of the stream, and we'll catch you guys on the next one for the second part of Chapter 1, A Long Day in Dunwall.
Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the docks.
Okay, so that's the next thing you gotta do, and go down to the docks for the second part of this. But this will be the end of this stream. Thank you for tuning in. You saw it saved, and we will catch you guys on the next one.